As I mentioned before, I went to medical school in South America, Colombia, South America. Our system requires medical graduates to work at least 1 year providing healthcare to underserved rural populations before their diploma can be authorized and endorsed by the Ministry of Health. I ended up in a small town of about 4,000 people, but with a rural coverage of about 25,000 people. Not unexpected for a little village in the Amazon jungle, we had no electricity, no running water, no roads, or access to TV signals. Transportation was either by air or by river. One time, an epidemic of hoof and mouth disease caused a large-scale preventive slaughter of hogs in the capital city of the territory where my town was located. People in that area loved pork in all ways, shapes, and forms, and they were craving it. The danger of the epidemic was clear and present, but a friend of mine saw the opportunity of selling some of his large hogs that hadn't been touched by the epidemic. He rented a plane, an old DC-3 from World War II, outfitted it with a makeshift corral, and loaded it with 7 large hogs. I needed to travel to the city, so I followed jungle rule number 1. It doesn't matter where you're going. If there's some transportation getting outside of the pit, get on it. My friend allowed me to go on his flight, for a fee, of course. Our town lies between 2 large mountain ranges. In order to go above the rocky cliffs, the plane has to do at least a couple of circular flights while trying to gain altitude. While we were halfway through the first circle, the pilot yelled at us that the left fan was not working. I had not seen any fans on the plane, so I was with a puzzled look. I said, huh? My friend clarified for me that what the pilot meant was that the left engine had stopped. Even though the DC-3 is an extremely reliable plane that can be flown with just 1 engine, there was no way that we could go over the mountains with a full load and with only half power. I looked at my friend, he looked at me, we both looked at the pigs, and the pilot said, "What are you waiting for? Throw out a pig." We opened the rear door of the DC-3 and started trying to push the closest pig out of the plane with some poles that were on board to help maneuver the animals. The pig just floated down, started squealing, and the other ones joined in the cacophonous concert of squeals. We pushed, we heaved, we prodded, we coasted until we were able to maneuver the animal out the door. Flying over jungle is like flying over the ocean. It's one dark, unbroken surface. We could see the pig falling until it reached the treetops, and then it disappeared. As soon as it left the plane, we could feel the aircraft rise. However, our pilot yelled, "Not enough, throw out another one." After seeing their friends suddenly vanish in a noisy current of air, the remaining pigs were not very eager to cooperate. Throwing the second one out was twice the struggle, but eventually we succeeded, and the pilot yelled, "Enough, enough, we can make it now." After landing in the capital city's airfield, my friend and I jumped out of the plane, knelt down, kissed the solid unmoving ground, and said very thankful prayers. Later, as we sat at the bar having a beer with the pilot, we were all laughing so hard that some people stopped by and asked, "What was so funny?" I said, "We were imagining an old Indian chief sitting by the fire and telling his grandchildren about the day it rained pigs from heaven." My friend had to face the danger of losing things that were valuable to him, even his life, which was precious. However, he had the opportunity of gaining much by sacrificing little. There's a lesson in there for us physicians. We have to change. We have to give up some things, preserve others, modify many, but all with a vision to move into a stable future. We cannot let our organization flounder.